A lot of physicists work in finance, and some of us go into the more general field of economic theory. I have another channel called A Few Gates for Economics, and the link is in the description below. I hope you'll check it out. Now you may wonder, what's the attraction of finance for physicists? I can give you 3 things that I think: money, math, and more data. Money is pretty easy to understand. Everybody likes that. And the finance industry pays very well for most of its workers. A lot of physicists are hired as quantitative analysts, also known as quants. Now, the job market for physics has been a subject of discussion ever since I was in graduate school 40 years ago. It all started with World War II and the atomic bomb. Physics gave the United States the biggest bombs, and we like having the biggest bombs and the best military technology. So the federal government poured a lot of money into physics research all throughout the post-war boom and the Cold War. Physics departments in universities all over the country responded by growing their programs and hiring a lot of professors and turning out a lot of graduates. Well, as the Cold War wound down, the government started cutting out some of those jobs in weapons development, like we already had enough bombs. But they still sent a lot of money to the university physics departments. So the physics departments are still turning out a lot of graduates, and a lot of those graduates find a very crowded job market. So we have to be a little more creative in our careers. Fortunately, math is very important. We have great math skills. The physics used in finance is similar to what we use in statistical mechanics. Now, there's a lot of people out there who just are not into math, but we love it. In physics, we study a lot of problems involving large numbers of molecules interacting. In finance, we have large numbers of monetary transactions. The mathematical techniques that we need for both types of problems are very similar. So it's easy for us to, make the transition. Beyond that, we want more data. People who go into physics are very curious people. We like to explore and solve problems. We like to figure things out. Well, there's a lot of data available in finance in particular, and in the economics world in general. Now, for physics, we have really good theories already worked out for everything that's experimentally accessible. The unsolved problems in physics are things like quantum gravity and dark matter and energy. It's really hard to get data on these. So it's hard to do new physics. It's hard for us to satisfy our curiosity to explore strange new worlds and make new theories. To get more data on the frontiers of physics, we need equipment such as space telescopes and particle accelerators that cost tens of billions of dollars. Some researchers spend their entire careers working on physics theory with no observable progress because it's too hard to get data. Economists, on the other hand, are swimming in data, and if we need more data, it's pretty easy to get it. Now, there's a joke that if you took all the economists in the world and laid them out end to end, they would never reach a conclusion. What that actually means is that they would not agree on their conclusions. Economics is a relatively new field because it's only been the last few hundred years that we've had large economies that need the kind of theories that we're developing now. Physics has been going on for thousands of years. People studied what happens when you throw rocks and shoot arrows, cannons, all the way up to atomic bombs. And they watched the motions of the stars and the planets in the heavens. Physics is a really old science. Economics is the new stuff. This is kind of where the action is in developing new theories. So if you have an interest in science in general, in physics, especially in physics, I encourage you to take a look at economic theory. YouTube has a lot of excellent channels, so you don't have to look at my channel. but I will appreciate it greatly if you do. Thank you for watching this video.